I can remember your symbol, Jason, because it's Donkey Kong, I think. DK, you remember that? It's a DKNG. Is the symbol. So this is new news. So it's going to start trading today. You did it with a SPAC and a three-way merger.
That's right. Yes.
This was announced back in April. I'm surprised that it got done in this environment. Was it tough?
Well, when we discussed last year how we wanted to capitalize the business, we considered the fact that there might be a choppy market in 2020. Obviously nobody saw a global pandemic coming, but we knew the market had a 11-plus year bull run. There was an election coming. So one of the nice things about the structure we chose through the SPAC is the SPAC was raised last May. The PIPE investment was committed to in the fall. And from a mechanical standpoint, this is really more like closing an M&A transaction. And we had a very clear measuring stick. We knew where the stock was trading, so we felt good about closing the transaction right now. The
last time we spoke, you had a projection for revenue, and it was $540 million. Can you give us an idea of what actually happened or what you're now expecting? Because, my account at DraftKings, I have one. I should actually disclose that. I have one, and I've been doing much better for the past 2 months. My account has been much more stable, but I haven't bet at all, I don't think. And so revenue must be much lower.
Well, certainly no sports does not have a positive, no traditional sports, I should say, effect on revenue. But esports has been absolutely exploding. In New Jersey, iGaming is another thing that's still going that people are playing. And, we've also seen alternative sports like table tennis really start to pick up in popularity. So, certainly we're all hopeful that sports comes back soon. And, without being able to predict exact dates, it's hard to really know exactly how revenue will be impacted on a go-forward basis. But we do see that there are other things customers are engaging with. And we've also done a lot of really cool free-to-play pools around things like the Democratic debate, Survivor, Curb Your Enthusiasm. We had a trivia game based on Tiger King that a lot of people took part in. So, we're finding ways to engage customers. And, we all hope that traditional sports will return soon.
Going to be exciting if it ever does, obviously.
It will.
Really? Okay. Masters is
someday.
Masters is in November. The NFL draft. This is what I think is positive for you, Jason. The pent-up demand was evident, I think, last night. People were more excited about watching this, even coming from Roger Goodell's basement. And I think there was some betting on that. And ESPN's ad rates went up for everything that was. And then, there were some. I guess you have a year like Joe Burrow, that people are going to be excited, and you got Gronk and Brady reunited. So all those things portend good things if the game is ever played again.
Well, you're absolutely right about the draft. We had a record, betting volume on the draft. Everybody was, of course, betting on Joe Burrow to go #1. That was not a surprise, and didn't seem like we could give him long enough odds to get people not to bet on him. But it was a really big betting event relative to prior years, and I think that it's exactly what you're saying. It shows that there's pent-up demand. People want football. People want traditional sports, and I think when you do see a return to play, it's going to be a really, really big deal for the country.
So what do you do in the meantime? Are you hunkering down? You're battening down the hatches, just waiting for science to hopefully solve a lot of these problems for us in terms of arenas being full, or I don't know how you play hoops. Someone made that. I can't remember who it was that was saying I think it was Governor Cuomo. If you're 3 feet or 6 feet away from someone on a basketball court, you're really not very good if you're trying to defend someone. So all these things we need to get past this before anything comes back.
I'm sure that the sports leagues are all working very hard on a plan that will allow for, as soon as it's safe and, healthy to do so, a return to the field, the court, the ice. On our end, first thing we did was, of course, protect and make sure that the safety of our employees was the primary concern. And so very early on, we instituted a work-from-home policy. That's been going very well. A lot of what our company, our people do is different than businesses that have a brick and mortar presence. We don't have a storefront that's physical, so a lot of the work that we do is engineering, product development, things that are continuing to happen now in the background. And a lot of the things that people work on were things that weren't going to be released anyway for months to come. So we have some pretty interesting and exciting projects we've been working on. At the same time, we have tried to pull together some of these polls on TV shows and things like that to try to entertain and engage people. But we really looked at it as an opportunity to, of course, first after we made sure everybody feels safe and comfortable, and if you don't have that, then nothing else matters. But after that, we really started focusing on what are some of the interesting opportunities, cool things that we can develop that once sports return will be exciting new things that we can introduce to our customers.
So Jason, sometimes I forget if I'm interested. Used to, if I was interested in a game and I'd be in here for whatever reason in New York, and I try to do it, it's like, oh, I forgot. Now I can't do it. Or I'd be on a plane and I'd be, be the old days, be down in Florida, and it's like, damn, I forgot and then I'd actually place a lot of bets in the future. Other times when I'd remember. But when is it going to go state to state? Nothing's happened probably since the virus hit in terms of more states legalizing online betting, has it?
Well, state officials, rightly so, are focusing on what they can do to help fight the pandemic. And I think that's, of course, the right place for everyone to be focused now. I think once the pandemic is under control and maybe some of the economic impacts that result from it become problematic for state budgets, you could see more focus on things that will generate tax revenue, this being one of those possibilities. So that's not now. There's a time and place for that later. But I do think there might be an opportunity to engage with states that previously have been on the fence about passing legislation, and there could be more openness to it now. We're certainly working hard to make sure everywhere you go, you'll be able to use DraftKings, and that's our goal and hope. It'll just take a little while. All
right, hope so, Jason. It's fun, and look, I miss it. Look forward to that. To it coming back. Thanks for coming on today. And
before I go, I just want to say hi to my mother-in-law, Jean Cunningham, who's not feeling well at home. Jean, we love you. We're thinking about you.